George and Amal Clooney have embodied elegance, intellect, and grace. He, the iconic actor, director, and humanitarian. She, the brilliant international human rights lawyer. Together, they have been a power couple admired by millions across the globe. Their public appearances always radiated confidence and poise, two people who seemed untouchable. But beneath the polished surface, a storm had been quietly brewing. Sources close to the couple now reveal that George Clooney had been battling a series of undisclosed health complications for months. He reportedly kept the severity of his condition hidden from the public and even downplayed it to those closest to him. Amal, however, had noticed the subtle changes, the sudden fatigue, the dizzy spells, the lingering pain in his side that he brushed off as just getting older. She knew something was wrong. But even she could not have prepared for what came next. According to insiders, George Clooney collapsed unexpectedly at their Lake Como estate just days ago. What was supposed to be a peaceful retreat turned into a medical emergency that would shake the entire Clooney family. Paramedics were rushed in under tight security as George reportedly lost consciousness for several minutes. Amal, who was present at the time, is said to have screamed in horror when she found him unresponsive. The image of her desperately holding his hand as medics worked to stabilize him has haunted everyone who has heard the story. And though George regained consciousness on the way to a private hospital in Milan, the gravity of the situation was undeniable. The collapse, doctors later confirmed, was the result of a serious underlying condition related to chronic pancreatitis, a condition Clooney had privately battled ever since losing over 30 pounds for a film role years ago, drastically altering his health. The weight loss, the erratic eating schedules, and the physical demands of his career had all taken a toll. In the wake of the incident, Amal Clooney released a statement that left the world breathless with emotion. While typically private about their personal lives, Amal felt it was time to speak, both to clear the air and to express her pain. Her statement read in part, "George is my life. He is not only my partner, but the foundation of our family. Seeing him collapse in front of me was the most terrifying moment of my life. I thought I was losing him. And nothing in the world could have prepared me for that." Amal went on to thank the emergency responders, medical staff, and close friends who rallied around them in their darkest hour. But the pain in her words was unmistakable. She admitted that she had been urging George to slow down, to prioritize his health, but he had always been so focused on everyone else, on his work, his philanthropy, and their children, that he ignored the signs. Her final words were the most haunting: "I am not ready to lose the love of my life. And I will do everything in my power to protect him from now on." As news of George's collapse and Amal's statement spread, fans and celebrities alike flooded social media with messages of support. From Hollywood A-listers to political figures and activists, the response was overwhelming. Messages poured in from around the world, praising Amal's bravery and praying for George's recovery. Close friend and actor Brad Pitt reportedly flew in to visit George in the hospital, while Julia Roberts, George's longtime co-star and friend, shared a heartfelt message on Instagram, writing, "George is the strongest man I know, but even heroes need help. Amal, we're with you." George Clooney has always been known as a man of charm, wit, and depth. But what many people often overlook is how much pressure that level of public expectation puts on someone, especially when health begins to decline. His collapse is a sobering reminder that behind the flashing cameras and red carpets are real human beings, vulnerable to the same struggles as anyone else. For Amal, the experience has reportedly changed everything. She now sees their life through a new lens, one where time is more precious than accolades, and every moment spent with George and their children is more meaningful than any courtroom victory. The Clooneys' ordeal has sparked a larger conversation around men's health, particularly in high-pressure careers. Many fans and health advocates have applauded Amal's courage in speaking out, hoping her words will inspire others to take warning signs seriously before it's too late. In fact, several health organizations have reached out to Amal, asking if she would be willing to work on awareness campaigns in the future once George is fully recovered. While she hasn't confirmed anything publicly, insiders say she is deeply committed to using her voice to bring light to the issue. In the end, this wasn't just a health scare, it was a life-altering moment for one of the world's most beloved couples. Amal Clooney's painful yet courageous response has revealed not only the depth of her love but the strength of her spirit. George Clooney, the man who made the world laugh, think, and feel for decades, now faces a new chapter, one filled with healing, reflection, and, most importantly, love. For more heartfelt updates and the untold stories of your favorite icons, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. These are the moments that show us that even the brightest stars sometimes need help to shine again.